Welcome to Home Learning Day 2, boys and girls. I hope Day 1 went well. Today, you should all be working on the Day 2 assignments. And I know some people may have, picked their items up a little bit later yesterday, so they're just getting going on Day 1. So that's fine. Just look at the Day 1 YouTube and get to Day 2 later today or tomorrow. Now let's review what we should be working on for math today. Today we're continuing with the Unit 4 review. We went through some skills yesterday on the Day 1 video. So let's just have some reminders that math is really something we should do every day. We really need to focus on this during this learning opportunity days. So let's not forget to do our math lessons. Please show your work. Label your answers. Do it neatly, please. And then go back and double check. Now let's take a little look at our daily language review for today. Number 4 and number 5 are very interesting. Number 4 says the parking meter was in front of Westwood City Mall. Now what I find interesting that I think some children will need a reminder of is that Westwood City Mall is all one proper name. All of that needs to be capitalized. The full name, not all the letters, but the first letter in each word, of course. Now look at number 5. Ooh, that looks like a tricky one. Which word is spelled correctly? This is a tough one for me. You know I have troubles with spelling. So look at that one right there. Wow, review. Boy, that looks like that could be sounded out like that. How about this one? Review. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. Ooh, this one looks like some sort of French or Spanish word. Review. I kind of like that one. That's a fun one. And then review over here. Wow, boy. Which one really looks like something we've read before? I think that this one looks like maybe we've read this one, or maybe we read this one. I wonder, isn't there a rule about I before E? Interesting. I don't know which one we should pick. You guys do it for me. Why don't you yell at the computer right now and tell us which one is correct? The first, the second, the third, or the fourth? Now moving along to our chunking and sound outs. We're adding suffixes onto the end of the words that we have on our list. And yesterday we talked about when a word ends in a consonant and a Y, the Y changes to an I when you add ED or ES. Now, this is very interesting. You can see how this suffix goes on to the end here for EID, and this suffix goes on right here. Now, which one of these words shows past tense? Which one of these suffixes gives the meaning of past tense? I wonder which one. And which suffix has the meaning of plural? Which suffix does? Boys and girls, you've been working very hard. I think it's time to take a fun dance break and sing our prefix man and suffix girl song. Prefix man, he can't stand without a root word. Prefix man, he can't stand without a root word. Suffix girl, she can't stand without a root word. Suffix girl, she can't stand without a root word. Play it back and dance it and sing it again, nice and loud, boys and girls. Wow, that was a lot of fun, boys and girls, singing the prefix man and suffix girl song. Now, on to something very important, the 10 Commandments. You all did a really nice job reading through this and highlighting in your religion book the important points. Now, I did tell you that we would be writing these out in cursive and then later on keyboarding them and making a poster. Hopefully, we'll have time for that when we get back to school. Now, just a quick review. 10 Commandment 1 through 3 are the commandments that teach us about loving God. And commandments 4 through 10 teach us about loving others and ourselves. Now, there is probably a really super important one now at this time. Honoring your mother and father, number 4. That one should be memorized. You should always know the 4th commandment is to honor your mother and father. Are you doing that now? Are you getting to work and making your mom and dad proud of you? I'm sure you are. Boys and girls, I gave you 5 pieces of loose leaf paper in your packet. Now, I hope it's not already been made into paper airplanes or some sort of origami project. This is where you're going to write your 10 Commandments in cursive and then later on your Beatitudes. Now, you've worked very hard to improve your penmanship through the year. It's about time that we start doing some work in cursive, some long pieces. You're all really good at it. Please look at the cursive sheet that I sent with you that has the directions on how to do the cursive letters if you forget. But let's remember, when we do this, it also is important to make it look neat on the paper. Now, here is our piece of loose leaf. I will be giving you many reminders. We seem to forget what to do. This is the margin. Nothing goes in here. Sometimes people will put their name in here, up in here. That would be okay too. But this margin over here on the left, nothing goes in there. That you leave that blank. And then you can kind of see the faint margin on the other side. You can go over that a little bit. We never write to the very end. So plan out your space in the middle here. And remember that now that we're in 3rd grade, the holes are on the left. The holes are on the left. Now that we're in 3rd grade, the holes are on the left. Your name goes on the top right-hand corner. Your name goes on the top right-hand corner. Now that you're in 3rd grade, your name goes on the top right-hand corner. Your date goes under the name. Your date goes under the name. Now that you're in 3rd grade, the date goes under the name. The subject goes under the date. The subject goes under the date. Now that we're in 3rd grade, the subject goes under the date. The assignment goes under the subject. The assignment goes under the subject. Now that we're in 3rd grade, the assignment goes under the subject. Okay, boys and girls, pause and reverse the video and go back and sing the Holes Are on the Left song nice and loud and have a good time with it. And then get going on that cursive 10 Commandments. Now on to Charlotte's Web. You may have had a chance to read chapter 16 in Charlotte's Web. They were heading out to the fair. And hopefully today or tomorrow, you can get going on chapter 17. In chapter 16, were you able to visualize the loading of Wilbur in the crate? Oh, I thought that was really super funny. Man, Avery was acting like a pig himself. Why did Wilbur faint? What was he all concerned about? He fainted. I think he was nervous about something. What was that? And then Have you used your stop and jot with this word? What is that word? I think we can sound that out together. Lacerated. Lacerated. Look at that. The C says it's soft sound. Remember we learned that when C is followed by an I, E, or Y, it almost always says it's soft sound of S. Use your stop and jot and write that one down. That might be a good one to look up later. Now on to chapter 17 for day 2 of our home learning in Charlotte's Web. Well, there's a few things that I would like you to think about as you read that chapter. Fern has a surprise, and her character starts to change. How is Fern changing from the beginning of the story to the end? With whom is Wilbur competing? Wilbur is competing for something. I think you all know he's competing for the blue ribbons, right? He needs that blue ribbon, otherwise he's going to end up to be bacon. And then, how is Wilbur competing with the other pig? Think about these things as you read the chapter. Now, as always, boys and girls, just like yesterday, go Zephyrs!